All right, we're doing video number 2 here. Video number 2. The review. I can't believe I'm gonna be doing like 2 hours of a review for this game. Look at these guys. Put on ice. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. So over here, if you press up on the D-pad, you do your ultimate. I just need more people. Let's see. Let's go see our friend here. Where's our friend going? Let's find some trouble. But like I said, this game is pretty cool. Where you have your, if you have your own fire team, you get 4 people on your fire team. You get 4 people on your fire team when you're doing story missions in public. Anyone can join at any time. Same thing for the strongholds. You have a team of 4 people in your strongholds. You can also harvest materials in the game. It's easier to just attack them with your mace. You don't have to hold square. But like I said, like the game is pretty much like the Mandalorian and Iron Man. Oh yeah, so you could do your special on the ground, or you could do your special when you're floating. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it floating though. Let's see what I could do here. Watch. Look at that. Light it up. Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, one thing they don't have either, the cons, I would also say they don't have any lock-on properties in the game. You can't lock on to people unless like I'm doing my special. You have to aim for everything. Also over here, unless there's different straters on the map, that's the only way you can fast travel. Over here are the what do you call it? The world events, the so-called public events that no one gives a crap about. Over here are your dungeons. They're like your lost sectors. You know, you could go in there. They don't really have any loot or anything like that. It's just if you wanna. It's like the bare minimum of loot.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I gotta see. Let's see if I could change my emote.
Thank you.
Go to the forge, baby. Or my appearance. Go to my appearance, damn it. I can't go? Oh, look at that. I can't even switch my taunt if I wanted to. That's crap. What did I get? Did I get something good? What I got here? Grenade. Inscription. Duster life. Where'd my buddy go? That's alright. and these are NPC sentinels. You can revive them, or they could fight alongside with you if there's enemies. Let's see, let me show you a fast travel. The fast travel is pretty cool. Oh, where you at, boy? And that. Is there anyone over here that I can fast travel? And there's your this what's his name? Maran, whatever. That's Let's fast travel right here. Let's see our friend Maran. I do say that the loading times don't really take that long. Only when you're doing your expeditions to do your mainline story quests or your contracts, it automatically starts matchmaking. So it'll matchmake for a while, and then if you're by yourself, then you're by yourself for a while until people miraculously join in. Gotta go this way. The cool thing what you could do too, let's see if I make it to this waterfall. If I make it to this waterfall, my suit doesn't overheat. So, let's see. There we go. Now that I'm in the waterfall, I don't overheat. And then I can keep on flying. Yeah, when you overheat, you start crashing, and then you hit. The cool thing about this game that I also do like is you don't die for full damage. See, can I help my friend here? Maybe I can. I gotta collect these embers.
There's an echo for you. An echo. Good find.
Or the puzzles. So it would have been cool to see them do a prequel of this story first, and then work their way up to all the advanced stuff they got in all the advanced exoskeleton suits in the game. Oh, I completed the world event! Yay! Look at that! What a guy! This is actually one of the kinder world events. I think it was just a lot easier just because of I was there to help him out. But like I said, if you don't have anyone helping you out with these world events and you're doing it by yourself, it's almost near impossible to complete them. Let's see where our friend is going to next. Yeah, one thing I do not also like about the game is every time there's an objective, they have that little compass where you just saw where I was picking up all the echoes. But you can obviously see that I could visualize. Um, you can see the echoes on the screen. Oh, one also big pet peeve in this thing is there is no mini map. There is no mini map at all. At all. Even when you have objectives, there's no lock on things for objectives. Oh, he just respawned somewhere else, or he left. Yeah, there's no mini map. You can't when they tell you to eliminate the enemies. It's not difficult to eliminate the enemies, but yeah, it becomes a huge game of cat and mouse, just flying around trying to figure out where they're at because there's no damn mini map. No damn mini map at all. And as you can see, they have to, with the birds or the wildlife that they have here, they have the most recycled chimpanzee monkey sound that I'm out here. I expected them to have more, I would say more authentic sounds, or have some type of wildcats, or some type of um, dinosaur-like creatures. You see, look, this is like another strider right here. If you had beasts that were maybe this big, they were friendly, and you could stand on them while they're walking. That would have been cool. Oh yeah, look at the distance. I could shoot this. Yeah. Seeing harvesting stuff. You can also go underwater too in this game. This is one of the cool aspects I like about the game. You can also go underwater. That also cools down your javelin for not overheating. So let's see. Oh, can I go underwater here? No. I do like the sprinting in the game with your exoskeleton. You can also hold L1 for your grenades. What I like about my electro shock stick, I can hit one person. Oh well, he died. Usually, if you hit one person with your shock melee ability, if they both have high health bars, if they're in close proximity with each other, they electrocute each other, and then you get basically double or triple the damage. So you hit one, it electrocutes the other enemy, and you hit the other one, it electrocutes the other enemy as well, and they both die for a 2-for-1 combo. Ooh, nice. Ooh. And there's always little Easter eggs and stuff like that. Little lore bombs, as they will say. You can fight almost anything in here. Be quiet, you. That's enough out of you. Oh yeah, there's also random lightning that strikes you in this game. It's almost like if you play Genshin Impact and you're in Inazuma, you can get struck by lightning randomly for no reason. That is true. Oh, I'm off the map. So it's gonna have me respawn. That will happen too. I like how there's different tunnels that you could fly through. You shoot. Okay, let me show you what it looks like when you're about to when you crash. Yeah. It reminds me so much of Iron Man. Mind you, this is the only character I do have, so I don't have the Colossus or any or the other classes. You shot me. You shot me. Get out of here. Here, these are the Dominion forces. So these are the antagonists of the main game, like the soldiers, the Dominion. This is like their bioweapon. There's three types of, well, four types of enemies. You have Dominions guys that look like your reject sci-fi characters. Even these guys look like knockoffs of dudes who live at the Citadel in Destiny. You have you got Dominion. You have your outlaws that look like guys from AIM from Marvel, like just yellow and black. You have also the bugs or the scorpions. They're like the oversized bugs, like from what's that? What's the name of that? Oh, like Starship Troopers. You got like those guys. And then you have the Scars, which are like an alien race that are very hostile. See, look, I can show you the melee. See the melee perk I have. I recover 40% of my my shield with that component. So I have infinite shield. So unfortunately, BioWare never nerfed this component. Yeah, I'll show you my... There's also a lot of glitches in the game. There are like lag delays. There are servers that disconnect because of the expiration of the game servers. I'll show you guys my special again. Wepa! There you go. Here, take this mace to the face. Oh, what's this guy? Got an item? Weapon parts. Get out of here. So, you know, basically, a lot of these guys go down a lot easier, have a lot better equipment now, have like epic equipment, which is in purple. So you go from uncommon equipment, which is green, the weakest, you know, well, actually the weakest one is kind of like your beige white. I would say like a beige white color. So if you go to forge, you got a weapons, craft. I can't even go to craft. But basically, it goes from green, blue, and then purple, and then obviously I have the, where is it, my component? Then I have legendary. I haven't gotten anything past legendary, so I can't speak for the other people in this game who play this game. Also, there's, you know, they don't have other world events or public events in the game that I know of. Oh yes, this is actually ironic. This is the, oh, I didn't know about this. So yeah, those are little glyphs that you could collect in the around the planet. The footsteps of Idris. I don't know what happens when you collect all 20, depending where you live. So this is the actual castle, the Legion of the Dawn, where the javelins were, the freelancers were first. The headquarters were after they became the Bee. Who's shooting? Oh, you're shooting me. Bye bye. So this is also part of the storyline at near the end of the game. So look at that lightning strike. This is a random lightning strike. And yeah, you also do get different status effects. You get, frozen. There's acid. There's electricity. Burn. But you as the freelancer or the javelin, you don't really get affected by this much. And if anything, the only people who get affected by most is the enemies. Because there's different enemy types, and different enemy types are weaker against certain things. Like for whatever reason, these wolves are weak against the electricity. Oh, look, this guy's gonna throw a grenade. Look, it's gonna do nothing. Now watch me throw this grenade. There's my heat seeker grenade. Also, the main reason I'm showing this game too, in terms of the gameplay, and also what I was presenting and the first video of the review, is if there's computer programmers or people that are into business or people that love sci-fi and they want to create something of their own, it's one of those things that you could be inspired by stuff like this and create your own craft. You could take the cons from the game and basically create your own damage control to something like, okay, I can see that BioWare and EA did this with this game, but I'm going to make sure that I add these components to this game that I want to do, rather than making the same mistakes, which isn't a bad thing. People learn from failure. Also, you can also learn from success. Like the good about the game. The architecture, the character design, the weaponry, the gameplay, the fire team components of the game. When you have a huge fire team, 4 versus 3, that's pretty cool. I feel that multiplayer is growing. I just felt like if this game was released maybe sometime in 2022 rather than 2019 before COVID hit also, I also felt that COVID, not that it's a huge excuse, but it would have done a lot more decent. But also another thing too, like, social media also, as much as social media can help a video game, it also hurts a video game. So when you have all these fans or people that are toxic saying like, oh, this is the Destiny killer, or this game like Marvel Rivals, oh, this is going to be the Overwatch killer, and it obviously doesn't do that. People when they say something foolish as that, they're hoping to make sure the other game loses fan base, or doesn't become successful within within like a week or two. They're hoping to get results like, oh, 1 week or 2 weeks or a couple months, people are going to stop playing this game altogether. And then that's not necessarily the case, because then no one wins. Like there's a game, there's something for everybody. And like I said, like I know for many years, this is a great example. A lot of people were on the Xbox train. I never got on the Xbox train. I did say that eventually Halo will fail to the point where it will eventually go to PlayStation. And even though it's like 20 years too late, of course, I wanted something like that to happen in the early stages. But just because Bill Gates has the money, Microsoft has the money to keep pushing out these systems, unlike Sega, they didn't have Bill Gates money to keep going. If Sega had Bill Gates money, they would have been pumping out all these different Sega Genesis, Dreamcast games, Saturn games like crazy. And Microsoft is doing the same thing with Xbox, and no one gives a damn about Xbox anymore. And the fact that now you have Halo on PlayStation, it pretty much tells you the entire story. Like pretty much, PlayStation owns you all now. That's right. How dare you hit me? There we go. And like I said, since I also have that melee ability component with my mace, with the melee damage, I'm never gonna die. Who's shooting me now? I'll give you a free shot. Nope. Oh, look at that! Look, he's taking down my shield. I get hit with one time with my melee. Bah! Look at that! Look at that! So cheap. Just like that. Let's see, how much time do I have left? I think I have enough time for one mission. Let's see. So that's pretty much what the free play looks like. Yay! Yeah, skipping all this crap. I want to play another mission. All right, let's change the mission. Let's go to Stronghold. Let's see if someone's at a different Heart of Rage. No. Tyrant Mine. Temple Scar. Sucking Cell. Oh, there's the Temple Scar. Let's do that. Let's see if I get to join like 3 more other people. Is anyone here?
Corvus tracked Skelos to these caves. Be careful, Freelancer. The Scarite aren't like normal scars. They're intelligent and unpredictable.
Like me.
That's partly true. Patton in Sev.
Freelancer, you made good time.
I'm a professional.
You'll need that confidence. The fight ahead. Skilos may be wounded, but there's an entire swarm backing it up.
Miss.
Expecting a covert mission?
I know you are hard.
Is that a no?
Destroy the alarms or you'll be overwhelmed.
One down.
I don't need a status update every time.
Well, that was for Faye.
Oh.
5 more, freelancer.
Destroying alarms. Please.
Working on it. And done.
Thank God I was getting a migraine.
We couldn't have that. He looks friendly.
Does he, though?
Nothing but meat and potatoes behind that shield. Stagger him and then dig in.
Interesting metaphor.
Well, I'm hungry.
Can we not talk about food right now?
As you can see, I'm abusing this melee that gives me the infinite shield with my component.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Says the backseat driver.
Hold on. I'm detecting extremely high energy readings further in.
Damn it, this speeds up our timetable.
Why? What's happening?
There are records of a shape or construct in this area. Just a hunch, but I think Skelos might use it to cause a cataclysm.
Ugh, of course. Corvus doesn't do simple missions.
It's not like I told Skelos the construct was here.
Alright, gotta exit out of this one. This shows an example that no one has joined this win. It would have been a party of 4. For whatever reason, a lot of people joined the Tyrant Mine. Wait, no, mission. I would say, like clockwork, these guys are in Tyrant Mine. Let's give.
Corvus has received reports of Scars attacking supply caravans with acidic weapons.
That's a step up from their usual antics.
I've traced the acid back to this region. This must be where they're making it.
Stop them before they get any more bright ideas.
Yeah.
There's the relic.
So it's stable. Scars have been messing with it.
You'll need to silence it.
Gotta get that gold. Yeah, I can get that gold.
Good. I'd say you're half there.
If we get 2 more people join in, if we get 2 more people joining in, it's gonna be a massacre because it's really easy when you have a 4-man team.
level's normal. You did it.
It looked like the scars were using the relic to do something to those eggs.
They're filled with acid. Could be how they're making weapons.
Let's check the second relic, see if we find something similar.
I think I see the second relic.
That's a lot more scars than this one.
True, but there's eggs as well. Your theory's correct, Freelancer.
I feel like Thor with his mace. Just eating everybody. Yeah, the first time I did this, I almost got mopped. But luckily, it was a 4-man team, and I thought we just had to eliminate the enemies, but we also gotta, you know, unlock the doorway with the echoes. So the good thing about this game is more forgiving than, I would say, the raids, the so-called raids that everyone rage quits in Destiny. This game is a lot more fun in terms of, like, it's more friendly in terms of co-op compatibility. But like I said, like, see, like that little compass beacon, like the little motion sensor. That's the only thing you really get to help you out. I was like, oh, where could my next objective be? And you know, that was done very poorly. And like, I seen PlayStation 1 games, or you know, even Sega Saturn games had better perspective. Let's see. Oh, don't hit me. Yeah. Okay, maybe like these that goes being held prisoner. A little bit too dramatic there. Nice.
Silence. Zeb, what was that?
Best guess, our egg source.
Great. Sounded like it came from underground. Faye, find me a way in?
On it.
I don't know why I was overheating.
Looks like you'll have to go through the water.
Oh yeah, this is cool. You get to. So there's also another way for you not to overheat. If you're going through a canyon or something like that, you're gonna be underwater. But you do have, you know, you also have oxygen. But you know, a lot of people don't even stay in the water that long. To be honest, they should have just gave you infinite oxygen.
Careful of the eggs.
Fuck these eggs.
Another relic.
Fuck these eggs.
It looks unstable.
There you go.
Be careful.
Okay.
Like I said, Starship Troopers.
I'll refrain.
Starship
if
Troopers.
You collect the fragments.
So you know, of course, they have like all these little mini games you gotta do. Also for, you know, for future game development, you know, I felt like I sorry I got lost in the sauce earlier, explaining like how, you know, I wish they would have done better storytelling with this. You know, of course, they would have used the more primordial, you know, first generation like javelins suits. You know, I don't want to ruin it. How they look in the game. They left a lot of open-ended stuff in this game where they could have done better with the sequel. You know, to follow up with certain characters. You know, I don't want to spoil any of that. I did upload the campaign on my channel if you guys want to go through that. Also, it would have been cool to see like the prototype javelins or the first javelins, and then it would have been led up to these type of javelins that I have down the exo skeleton suit, and then eventually if it was like a future Anthem video game, if it was like Anthem 2 or 3, it would have been really cool to see them do like a nanotech version of that. I thought that would have been cool if they did a nanotech version of the suits, since you know this game is pretty much like an Iron Man game, and they're doing nanotech suits anyway. You.
company, bad company.
There we go. Just gonna casually run through here. No, no, no. I would take out these guys, but since my melee attack recovers shield, like so, I'm not worried. Go. Oh, you! How dare you slap me? Now you know it's a game that was done right. Borderlands. That game has been done right. I'm actually gonna do Borderlands 3.